The movement for the formation of Telangana state, the merger of Hyderabad state with India. During the last phase of India's freedom movements, Hyderabad state or the Nizam dominion came into focus of attention. The Nizam was contemplating the formation of an independent state under his rule when the British left India. The nationalists of Hyderabad state were against this. 8 districts out of 16 districts of Hyderabad state consisted of Telugu-speaking people. These parts came to be called Telangana. Nationalists from Hyderabad spread into village and began a campaign for promotion of education in Telugu language, a democratic form of a government and social equality. In the 1920s and 1930s, Andhra Mahasabha emerged to promote this cause. Nationalists from coastal Andhra also supported this movement in the 1940s. Soon the movement also took up issues relating to land reforms and opposed the rule of Doras who had the support of Nizam and the Rajakars. In view of this internal strife, Jawaharlal Nehru as Prime Minister undertook police action and ensured the merger of Hyderabad state with the Union of India. At that time, coastal Andhra and Rayalaseema regions were parts of Madras Presidency. Soon a movement started for creating a state of Andhra Pradesh, including all the territories in which Telugu was spoken. The Gentleman's Agreement and the formation of State of Andhra Pradesh. There were the 3 districts regions which spoke Telugu languages. These included Telangana, Coastal Andhra and Rayalaseema. Besides different dialects, the 3 regions also had different cultures and identities. The Telangana language was drawn from an inclusive folk traditional which included tribal language, Deccani, Urdu, Kannada and Marathi, while the language of coastal Andhra was more influenced by Sanskrit. The culture of Telangana was, however, a composite one and was drawn from Muslim, Dalit, Arsanal, tribal and migrant communities. The social profile of Telangana was distinct in that it had a larger proportion of tribal people, backward castes and Muslims as compared to the other regions. Historically, the coastal regions had a greater influence of Sanskrit culture than Telangana. They were also under the direct rule of the British and had access to English education. From the starting of 19th century, the coastal region had undergone a rapid modernization process. In contrast, Telugu under the Nizams pushed Urdu as the medium of instruction. The same process was slow in promoting modern education. In 1948, Telangana literacy rate was only 9%, especially women literacy was only 4%. While coastal Andhra was mainly a plain region consisting of deltas with well-developed canal irrigation system, Telangana was a dry plateau region which depended upon rainfed agriculture, animal herding and hunting and gathering from forest. The undulating terrain was used to build tanks and this water was used to cultivate a variety of crops. During the British period, coastal Andhra was more developed in the terms of its agriculture, trade and industry. At the same time, Telangana had great potential for development in that important rivers flowed throughout it and it had very rich mineral deposit and forest. For this lesson, the rice people of the coastal areas were keen to invest in Telangana to make use of its resources. The demand for Vishalandhra came from Andhra region. Movements in 1990s. As a result of economic liberalization, policies, farmers, artisans and others faced severe problems while a large number of contractors and private investors made huge profits. The farmers faced a steep high in the prices of inputs like fertilizers, pesticides, power, etc., and consumption from cheap imported agricultural products. In Telangana, the depletion of groundwater resource further intensified the crisis as farmers had made huge investments in boring deeper wells. This led to a spate of farmer suicides in the region of as mentioned above. In Telangana, this also took the form of rapid sale of farmlands to outsiders. Similarly, artisans and traditional service providers found themselves without any jobs or capacity to find new employment. This was also the time when the government has trying to reduce its expenditure and a cut down on recruitments. Even though there was a large expansion of the private sector, unemployment or insecure employment remained a large problem. Slowly, each of these segments of the population began to develop their own distinct organization and movements around their demands. Tribal or caste organization like Tudumdebba, Lambadi, Nagara Beri and Erukala Kurru among other came up for protection their existential needs, Jal Jungle Zameen, in view of the onslaught on their conventional forms of life. Madiga, Dondara, Karmagulla, Doludebba and Mokudebba were formed. The caste profession to toddy tapping, sheep rearing, weaving, fishing were increasingly become irrelevant to the artisans and the caste profession were threatened. Even smaller communities associate with the Telangana movement expecting it to solve their problems. A Telangana Information Trust was set up in 1989 by the intelligentsia to bring out information on injustice done to Telangana. On November 1st, 1996, Telangana Withdrawal Dinam was observed in Warangal by a group of intellectuals headed by Prof. Jayasankar. This gave rise to several popular meetings leading to the formation of several organizations for demanding the formation of Telangana state. Telangana Janasabha 1997 and Telangana Mahasabha 1997 facilitated the merger of movements of the weaker section with movement for state. Telangana employees including teachers, non-gazetted and gazetted officers formed their organization. The Telangana intelligentsia came together to hold a seminar in Usmania University in 1997 and helped to conceptualize the issues from various angles. The employees, students, writers and cultural activities began holding seminars, lectures, meeting, doomdams and so on. The upsurge produced new cultural activists and their shows became a must in any meeting in Telangana. Between Jagitiala Jaitra Yatra in 1978 and Warangal Raitukuli Sangam public meeting in 1990s, new activism gave new direction to youth and through them to the rural massive. This period was vital in Telangana movement to prepare the new generation of activists. With this new spirit and a new number of new organizations were formed. Growing discontent in Telangana. Despite the gentleman's agreement, many key points like the constitution of a regional council were not implemented. Only a regional committee was set up and its recommendations were not mandatory and often ignored by the government. During the period of planning development from 1956 to 1990, many developmental activities took place in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Major dams were built irrigation and power projects, initiated vast mining and industrial complexes were opened. Green revolution in agriculture was initiated to transform agricultural production. A large number of universities and technical institutions were established. After 1990, the state saw a boom in the information technology industry, especially in Hyderabad. The people of the Telangana felt that the development was very uneven. Its real benefits were going to other region of states. They also felt that the resources of the Telangana region were not being used for the benefit of the local people. The youth also felt that the most of the new employment opportunities created in the state were being cornered by people of the other region. If we go by the index of gross cropped area, total area on which crops were growing in a year, we see a substantial increase in the coastal Andhra region and a relative stagnation in Telangana region. The increase in irrigation in the Telangana region was mainly at the cost of the farmers who dug expensive wells, while the expensive in Andhra region was due to canal irrigation which was provided by the government. Similarly, in terms of expansion of irrigation facilities, we see a major dependence of Telangana on wells while Andhra region was dependent on canal irrigation. While income from agriculture per rural persons was the same, about rupees 78,000. For the two regions in 1993 to 1994, it rose steadily to rupees 11,800 by the year 2007 to 8 in Andhra region, while there was no such steady increases for Telangana region, and it rose it only around rupees 10,000. At the same time, agricultural labor increased from 38% to 47% of the population in Telangana region, but in Andhra region it increased only by 1%. This implies a greater agricultural distress and land selling by farmers in Telangana region, and the conversion of farmers into laborers due to drought, failure of crops and loss of livelihood among people between May 2004 and November 2005. Telangana region reported 663 suicides out of 1068 reported in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Thus, about 63% of the distress suicides in the state took place in the Telangana region. Even in the overall educational attainment, Telangana region remained behind coastal Andhra region. The literacy rate in 2001 in Telangana region was 53%, but in the Andhra region it was 63%. During the same period, literacy rates were further less and among the poor and socially deprived section of Telangana region. The total number of colleges in Telangana region were 159, and if Hyderabad is excluded, only 116, but in Andhra region there were 181 colleges for the same number of youth. In a similarly fashion, the grant for college education was about rupees 93 crores in Telangana region, and it was rupees 224 crores in Andhra region. The Telangana Rashtra Samiti. Many organizational experiments like Telangana Jana Parishad, Telangana Mahasabha, Telangana Janasabha and Telangana Aikya Vedika were tried out with political enthusiasm and spirits of activism, but no political party emerged. It was in this context that Telangana Rashtra Samiti was formed in April 2001. Telangana movements was getting expressed in different protests forms like Dhoomdams, in Garjanas and Padayatras. The traditional Bonalu drawing Rangoli was also invoked to express the popular Telangana demand. The Telangana Service Caste expressed Telangana movements in protest shaving, protest washing clothes, of their customers on streets and in collective cooking vanta varpu in public places. This massive spontaneously people's movement was going on in the village between December 2009 and April 2010. Students spearheaded this movement. At this juncture, students formed a joint action committee (JAC) and then the flames of JAC spread to all organizations, bringing up hundreds of JACs in Telangana. Hundreds of youngsters committed suicides, shattering their families, and Telangana is a sad saga. Sabbonda Varnas, also all caste like Chakkalis, Nayi Brahmins, Toddy Tappers, Katikapulu, Vamsarajulu, Lambadis, Erukulas, and the Madigas formed their own JACs and joining the protest movement. In many Mandal headquarters, a relay fast was organized in which one particular caste group gathered with all its traditional implements and practiced their craft in the public places. Such protests were not confined to traditional professions or castes. People from modern professions like teachers, industrial workers, mining workers, trade union, and women's organizations held similar protests. K. Chandrasekhar Rao's Fast 2009. To give a decisive expression to this momentum, K. Chandrasekhar Rao, the leader of the Telangana Rashtra Samiti, announced an identified fast to begin on 29th November 2009 at Siddipet. He was arrested and lodged in a jail even before he started his fast. He started the fast in Khammam jail and subsequently continued it in hospital too. The students on Osmania University formed a Telangana Students Joint Action Committees on 16th November to express solidarity with him. The spree of people forming Joint Action Committee spread to Kakatiya University and then to Palamuru, Satavahana and Mahatma Gandhi Universities of Telangana. Then the employed JSCs, lawyers, JSCs of caste or communities and the district levels JSCs sprang up. The Telangana Rashtra Samiti leaders K. Chandrasekhar Rao fast became a massive people's movement. He was fasting for about 10 days between 29th November and 9th December 2009. This galvanized the people and the movement received a new trust and meaning. In the process of achieving Telangana, the most important event in this context was the announcement by the student Jack of Assembly Mattadi on 10th December 2009. The students poured into Hyderabad city from different universities and colleges, hiding in friends and relatives' houses around assembly in order to participate in Assembly Mattadi. The above conditions spreading the movements among the communities at grassroots. K. Chandrasekhar Rao fast and the proposed Assembly Muttadi eventually persuaded the central government to announce the formation of Telangana. This took place despite severe opposition from the MLAs and MPs from Simandra region. The Union Home Minister announced on 9th December 2009 that the process for formation of a separate of Telangana state would be initiated. Chandrasekhar Rao ended his fast. Withdrawal of the announcement. The announcement was withdrawn on 23rd December 2009 due to the pressure from Andhra Pradesh political leaders, and a commission headed by Justice Sri Krishna was formed to inquire into the developments in Andhra Pradesh and a report to the centre. The Telangana people were shocked. Let us see some possible reason for the withdrawal of announcement. Hyderabad had become the hub of development. The city had become India's calling card for both the success of economic reforms as well as its claim to global significance. All the resources has been pushed here and this had created imbalanced region development. Many people from different parts had invested in properties in Hyderabad and a large number of people had migrated to Hyderabad in search of employment and education. The investors from other regions were worried about their future. The farmers of coastal areas were also apprehensive about getting irrigation water in the canals and regular electric supply if the new state was formed. Many of Simadra people felt that it would be unfortunate if a state united by Telugu language was demerged to form two states. These protests were intended to put pressure on central government to go back on its announcement of a new state of Telangana. Meanwhile, a large number of autonomous and non-party organizations continued their activity of mobilizing the diverse common people to demand an independent state and to ensure that the new state would represent in interest of all the people of Telangana. All of them brought diverse section of the society into the movement. This organization gave a political shape to the amorphous social organization and strengthened the political movements and the mass movement from below. This organization trained full-time cadres to the Telangana cause. These activities coordinated the movement at different levels, which took new organizational forms connecting the massive and the leadership. In order to unite the people, all parties and all organizations come together to form Telangana Joint Action Committee. Under its leadership, 6 major agitations were launched: Non-Cooperation Movement, Million March, Sakala Janula Samme, a 42-day general strike, Sagaraharam, Hussain Sagar in Lake in Hyderabad, Sansad Yatra, March to the Parliament and Chalo Assembly.